Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is available on the 5th of September for early access, and with this being just a few days away, KT Racing released a post-launch content trailer with some incredible looking new content confirmed for the first year, as well as some highly requested features that they're considering for the second year and beyond. And I have to say, it is all very exciting. The developers clearly really want to see this game continue to improve for years to come, it would seem at least. I really hope that is the case. First though, there is some pretty exciting content coming in that first year. As with a lot of games, this works on a sort of seasonal live service system. In this case, every 3 months there is a new season with a different kind of theme and some new content coming, mostly with cars and other things like that. Season 1 is all about starting out on Hong Kong Island and climbing up the 50 initial levels that are available to us. You can earn solar points to climb from silver to gold, all the way to potentially being the Solar King or Queen. I believe this is sort of the more online side of it, and this will update each series or season. I think that's how that works. There is unfortunately though what seems to be a sort of battle pass style system. These seem to plague all modern games, to be honest. Anyway, as with most of them, there will be a free tier and paid tier. Luckily for the first 2 seasons, I think it's the first 2 seasons, all of that will be included for free. You won't have to pay for the paid tier, if you like, but after that you will, as far as I can make out. So yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel with like that. I think it's a bit of a shame to have that system, but yeah, there we go. As with most games, this pass will allow you to unlock car and avatar cosmetic items, as well as, in some cases, new cars. Anyway, there's not going to be loads of new content in the first season. Well, the whole game will be new in the first season, I suppose, so... Anyway, the second season, though, has a huge surprise in it, although some clues had already been found about this a few weeks ago, I believe, about this being a possibility, but Ibiza is returning as a second location in Solar Crown. It is, though, just the Ibiza region, or Ibiza and its surroundings, although it will be a much more accurate, completely reworked version compared to how it was in Test Drive Unlimited 2. They also hint at there being a character there, linked with the location somehow, who is responsible for some kind of competition between the streets and the Sharps. They're sort of behind organising part of it, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out, who the character is. And during the second season, there'll be an additional 20 levels added to the overall levels, taking the maximum level from 50 to 70. The devs also told us about the different iconic locations that we can explore, and how Ibiza is a particularly great choice because of how much of a contrast it is to Hong Kong Island. And yeah, I completely agree. It'll be great to get over to there, even if it is a much smaller map, to experience something completely different in this second season, about 3 months after release, so this should be in December. Season 3 is all based around a clan war across Hong Kong and Ibiza. Again, more levels will be available to us, this time an additional 30 of them, I believe taking the maximum all the way up to 100, which I'm guessing is where it will stay after that. This also coincides with the original Test Drive Unlimited's 18th birthday. I know, I can't believe it's that old either, but that'll be quite exciting. There'll be some kind of 18th birthday themed stickers and car liveries and stuff like that. And for the end of the first year, we'll be seeing the return of the casino, complete with its own 50 levels of progression sort of within it, I think, and the chance to win some great prizes, including, they've promised some cars as well. Yes, it is slightly disappointing that this isn't there at launch, but still, it's better late than never, and at this point, the game's kind of delayed so far that I would like to see it come out, even if they add things like this later. And the concept art shown looks incredible. With this being added after Ibiza though, and part of the Ibiza that's being modelled, including the location of TDU2's casino fast travel point, this does make me wonder whether that's where it will be located. There's no evidence to suggest that, that's just what came to mind when I saw that this was being added after Ibiza. So that's all for the first year, and that's as far as the sort of really set-in-stone concrete plan goes at the moment. But they did also say that they are, of course, intending to bring more great updates going into the second year, and hopefully long beyond that as well. At this point, these are all just ideas, sort of in a concept phase, but there's some super cool features that they want to bring back from previous titles that I think they've started working on some of them, and I really hope they're able to bring them back in the way we want to see them. Top of the list is, of course, the big one, houses. The developers are aware that a lot of fans of the franchise are not content with the Solar Hotel as a replacement for the houses. I thought it was a pretty good substitute. I know it wasn't quite the same, but I was kind of happy that there was something, and I didn't really mind there being a change, but yeah, it did feel like something was missing compared to the houses of TDU2. Whilst they want to bring back houses to the series, they want them to be more than they were in TDU2, have more purpose, allowing for more social interaction, for example, and hopefully giving players more reason to spend a lot more time in the properties, rather than just using them as somewhere to spawn to, which is effectively what they're like in Forza. At the moment, it is still in a concept phase, but I am excited to see what they come up with, even when these are eventually added. They also mentioned some other features and things that people have been discussing and that they would like to consider adding in future, like motorcycles, which they say they really want to bring back to the series, and of course with Katie working on the Isle of Man, some Isle of Man games recently. I don't really know much about motorbike games, but they know how to do motorbikes, so it's something they're considering and they would like to bring to the series. They also talk about some of the slight issues the game currently has, and will still have at launch, namely a glitch with steering wheel animation, which they promise to fix as soon as they possibly can. They say that this will be done within the first few series updates, so it's good to hear that they're already working towards fixing some of these issues. That, though, is everything that the developers told us about the updates and future for Solar Crown post-launch for the first couple of years and beyond. I hope you'll agree that there were some very exciting surprises in there, especially Ibiza. I don't think anyone really expected that to actually be there, although it was kind of hinted at, and that the future of this game is actually looking better than ever, I think, at this point. I am really, really excited now. I can't quite believe that after such a long time this game is actually finally releasing, but I can't wait to play the full release of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown in a couple of days' time, and we'll see how all of this new content is when it arrives. I can't wait. I am super excited again now. As ever though, do let me know your thoughts on this highly anticipated title, but for today's video that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next one very soon.